Hi everyone. So, I can't remember what went up last. I honestly don't know. I've not even checked. I think it went up earlier was a Friday morning. It's now the early hours of Sunday morning. I don't know if the video went up where I was talking about Melissa Chadwick and I was like, it's not Melissa's fault, I would have got stressed out no matter what police officer it was. I've had time to think about that, and I think two reasons I said that. One was because I'm under a lot of pressure, I've had the week from hell, 5 bad things have happened this week, 2 are related to the police, and yeah, I'm just under a lot of pressure. And secondly, the reason was, she said she was going to phone me again, and she's been stopped from talking to me in the past, and I don't think she's actually meant to have phoned me to begin with. I wanted her to, like, she was like, I'll phone you, I can't remember what day next week she said she'll phone me, but she said she'll phone me, and I wanted to make sure that phone call happened, because if I came on here and said that she was a predominant reason for me getting stressed out and upset, if her supervisor watched it, they'd probably stop her. And for some reason I want to talk to her. Don't know why, because she stresses me out. So there you go. So I think I filmed a couple of updates regarding to what I've been talking about. I think I filmed them on Friday, and I didn't put them up because I'm so stressed out. I got confused a couple of times during the videos and started going on about something else because I was confused what I was talking about. That's how stressed out I am. So I won't be putting those up, but I feel like from memory I have one more video to put up from Thursday. If I do, that should have gone up before this one. I need to check, because I filmed other stuff on Friday, because I started to film and talk about a situation other than this police one that I'm in, and it ended up getting complicated because I didn't want to allude to the whole situation. Well, there's several situations and I didn't want to allude to them all in the video, and I was trying to talk in a way where I didn't give it away, and I ended up getting really stressed out about it and confused about what video I was filming, because I kept thinking I was filming the update about what's happening with the police, and I kept suddenly going on about that, then going, oh no, I'm not talking about that, talking about this, and it was just confusing. So update is, I've barely slept since Monday night. I am so drained. I've got no energy. Like Saturday, I'll tell you what, Saturday, or yesterday for me, well, I've not been to sleep, so technically it's still Saturday for me, but it's the early hours of Sunday. Saturday, well, I'll tell you what, Friday night, 10 o'clock, I was up here. I was like, I can't stay downstairs anymore. I think it was just before 10 o'clock I came up, and I was trying to watch Vera, because I've started to watch Vera during lockdown. Well, start of lockdown, it was on a Friday night at 8:30, and it was on for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden they stopped it. In fact, I actually started watching, I think February or January, the last series that was on. I watched the final 2 or 3 episodes and I got into it, and it's been on telly for years and I've never watched it because I thought, oh god, that's going to be rubbish. And then I used to watch it on a Sunday night after Dancing on Ice, and I literally watched the last 2 or 3 episodes. I was like, oh god, this series is short. And then at the start of lockdown they started to put it on a Friday night at 8:30, and I've started watching it. I don't know what series they were showing, potentially it was the first one, and it was on for numerous weeks, and all of a sudden it went off air for a good 4 to 6 weeks, and now it's back on, and I try and watch it live. Well, not it's not live, but I try and watch it on ITV at 8 o'clock. But sometimes I forget about it, and then I'll realise about 8:30. So then I watch the +1, ITV +1 at 9 to 11. And Friday night, about 5 to 8, I hadn't eaten, and I've not really eaten much for days. And Friday, I ate next to nothing, so I was cooking some food. It was just a vegan burger and a little salad. And I was like, oh, I'm going to miss the first bit of Vera. I might as well watch it from 9 o'clock. So I started watching it, and I couldn't concentrate. I kept because I'm just stressed and tired and not eating or drinking much and on edge because of the panic alarm or lack of it. I don't feel safe anymore, which I'll get into. But yeah, I just came upstairs in the end. I'm like, I can't concentrate on this. And it records anyway to my Skybox. It records the 8 o'clock version. Because last week, I watched it. I missed about 20 minutes, and then I went onto my Sky thing and I watched it from the start because it was recording it, and that's basically how I watched it last week. But as I said, I was too tired, I'm stressed out, I've barely eaten, barely drinking, not sleeping, so I didn't watch it, and I came up here. So I was really tired, and then I took my makeup off, and this is what always happens when I take my makeup off. If I come upstairs and I'm absolutely shattered, if I can get into bed within 2 minutes, I'm going to definitely fall asleep. But because I've got to take my makeup off and put eye cream on and face cream and stuff, it takes about 10 minutes, and sometimes I want a shower as well. So by the time I get in bed, I'm a little bit more awake. So then I think I just went on YouTube. I don't remember what I watched, to be honest. And I don't know what time I laid down. My dog's coming upstairs. She's going to come in the room. I can hear you breathing at the door. Creepy. You want to know why I call her Creepy? Because she's called Cleopatra. So Cle is the first part of Cleo. It's Cle. And P for Patra, so one of her nicknames is Creepy. She's got a few nicknames. Don't know if you can hear her breathing. So, yeah, I was awake for a couple of hours, and then I went to sleep, but I didn't sleep very well, and it says that I was restless something like 44 times, and I was awake a lot, according to the Fitbit. I know I didn't sleep with the Fitbit on Thursday night. I took it off because I got stressed out about having it on. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but I do have these odd nights where I take it off. And I woke up quite early for me, and I was really tired, and I was struggling to keep my eyes open. I'm not entirely sure what woke me up, but something woke me up. Maybe a loud noise outside. So I remember sitting here for ages, and then went downstairs and took my medication. So since I got the phone call on Monday to tell me that Melissa Chadwick, who's got a vendetta against me and he's only a DC, has decided to take my panic alarm off me, I've felt panicked, I felt stressed, I felt on edge, I felt scared. I am scared to be in the house on my own. I'm scared to be not in the house. Like, I'm just scared to be here. Just before I came upstairs and started filming, I had to let my dog out the back, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? Has someone stood out there? And I was scared, and I'm thinking, if someone suddenly jumps out, I'm probably going to lock the door, but then my dog's out there, and what if they hurt my dog to get to me? Because that has been threatened before. when someone used to come in my garden. One night I let my dog out and they threatened to hurt her, so I had to open the door. So I'm there thinking, oh my god, what if they jump out? My dog's there. I would automatically lock myself in the house. That's what I would do, but then I'd want my dog, so I'd probably open the door to get my dog, but then obviously if someone's there, they're probably going to get in. And I was totally freaked out, and when she come in, I practically slammed the door and locked it as fast as possible and ran out the conservatory. Even though the door was locked, I was still scared. I'm scared about being in the house alone, and I'm in the house alone at the moment, except for my dog. And if someone comes in, I can't set my panic alarm off, so what am I meant to do? And Melissa went, ringers. Sometimes it's not convenient to ring you because A, I don't carry my phone round room to room. Sometimes my battery dies, sometimes it's on aeroplane mode, and sometimes if someone comes in, I don't want to alert them to where I am. I want to press my alarm and not them A, not know I've pressed the alarm because it doesn't alert them to the fact I've pressed it, and B, I want to stay as quiet as possible so they won't find me, or if they do find me, it won't be because I'm on the phone talking to the bloody police. So I'm stressed out, I'm on edge, I'm scared something's going to happen. I do feel under threat, I do feel unsafe, not only because of the person that the alarm was put in to be, for to begin with, but other people as well. So I'm petrified. It's affecting my mental health, it's affecting my physical health. Friday, I'm saying yesterday because for me, until I've actually had even 10 minutes sleep, it's still Saturday to me, even though it's Sunday. But on Friday, I was absolutely exhausted, didn't know what to do with myself, was anxious, nervous. At one point, my heart was beating so hard, my chest was going tight, I had pain down my arms, pain down my legs, I felt lightheaded and I thought I was going to collapse. And I was like, well, if I collapse, there's no one here to help me. So it was like middle of the afternoon and I'm like, thought I was literally going to pass out and die. Literally, that's how it felt. I'm not exaggerating. And my chest was just getting tighter and tighter, and I'm thinking, I'm good at calming myself down when I get like that. So I was quite calm, but it was still there, the tightness in the chest, and I was like, oh my god, I'm buggered if I collapse now. And then, because I've permanently felt on edge and my chest has been tight, but not as tight as it was when it was doing that, I'm permanently tired, and not just because of lack of sleep, but because my heart's pumping faster and faster. You know, it's burning off loads of energy, or it's taking loads of energy to keep everything working because my heart's beating so fast. My body's probably not getting oxygen everywhere, so no wonder. And today, well, actually Friday, not long after that incident where my chest was tight and I thought I was going to collapse, I got pains in my shins, down into my foot, across my ankle. Do you know, where your leg meets your foot, across there, but all the way around in a semicircle into the top of my feet. Absolute agony. And I thought, maybe it's because I've not drank enough, because I've had leg pain in the past from being dehydrated, and I've drank quite a lot of water and it sorted itself out. But I didn't drink a lot of water, but I drank some water and it didn't ease off, it just got worse. And then when I woke up today, it was even worse. I feel like someone was stamping on my feet near where the legs join my foot. I've got pains in my shins, and it's because my heart's constantly beating too fast because I'm so stressed out, anxious and scared because of the lack of panic alarm. So eventually at some point, I'm probably going to have a heart attack based on what I've been told in the past. I don't feel safe in my house anymore because of Burnley Police and Melissa Chadwick. What she's doing is obviously an act of revenge, because she got moved to Burnley because she wouldn't leave me alone and she was harassing me and she was ignoring the inspector who was her supervisor, and he was telling her to leave me alone, and she kept contacting me because, according to her, he was just a little boy who didn't know what he was doing. I brought it up to her on the phone, like what she was doing, that I'm not ringing you about that. So, yeah, I don't know what to do myself. It's making me not want to live, because someone's going to harm me and I can't press my alarm. They want me to actually ring the police, when if someone's coming in the house, I want to be as quiet as possible. I don't want them to know where I am. So me ringing the police and talking to them is not really an option, really. And also, as I said, I don't always have my phone with me. What is if they come in and I'm on the next floor down and my phone's up here on aeroplane mode, on charge? I'm not going to come up the stairs because they'll hear me walk up the stairs to my room. Then I've got to get my phone off aeroplane mode. Then I've got to dial. And also, as I've said in other videos, there's fight, flight or freeze. I freeze and my body feels like it weighs 10 times more than it actually does. So if I'm on the next floor down and someone comes in and I've got about 5 seconds, it's gonna take me about 5 seconds to just do about 2 steps because of how my body feels. So they're putting me in danger. I'm absolutely scared to death, and they've got no consideration for me, where the police are meant to have a duty of care and meant to look after your well-being, but all they've done this week is affect my mental health, which is affecting my physical health, because I feel so scared and frightened and like something's going to happen. I don't feel safe to be in my house now, and I'm scared. So what am I meant to do? What they're doing is wrong. They're putting me in danger. I don't feel safe, all because Melissa Chadwick's got a vendetta against me. Burnley police are nothing to do with me. Burnley police are inbreds. They're all in a different town. I'm in a different town. They're like 16 miles away from me or something like that. They're not my local police station. They shouldn't be making these decisions. It's not Melissa Chadwick's decision to make. She won't let me speak to her inspector, and she won't pass a message on. This is exactly what she was doing before, when she was hounding me, ringing me up, forcing me having overdoses. She forced me into an interview that I didn't want to do, threatened to arrest me continuously, and put me in an interview when I'd not slept for days. I had sunstroke because I'd been in the sun for too long. I'd not eaten, and all I'd had to drink was some vodka, and I was sat swinging vodka while she was interviewing me. So I wasn't in any fit state, but she was determined to get the interview because they'd falsely arrested someone based on a bunch of lies that someone had gone and told them, because I hadn't even told that person anything. They just went and made stuff up to get this person arrested. But the police shouldn't have arrested him to begin with, because even if I told her what she was saying that I told her, what she was saying was hearsay. The police are not allowed to act on hearsay. They've acted on hearsay. And if this carries on, I'll have no choice but to instruct my solicitor to tell his solicitor what actually happened. And I've already told my solicitor knows what's going to happen if the police carry this on, because the police are affecting my physical and mental health. I'm stressed out beyond belief. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating, I'm barely drinking. I'm on the verge of having a heart attack, and it's all because of Lancashire Constabulary, especially DC, Melissa Chadwick. If you notice, she's a DC. That's the bottom of the pile. She's not intelligent enough to get up to sergeant's level. She's picked on me before. She got took away from me and moved to another police station because she was constantly bad-mouthing her inspector. She was trying to twirl me, as she called it. She wants to accuse me of murder. Actually, she more than wants to accuse me of this murder. She tried to pin a murder on me, and then my dad had to ring her up, and he was like, what the hell are you playing at? Have you completely lost your mind? You constantly going on about a murder to my daughter. So obviously clearly completely loopy as well, and she tries to insinuate I'm mentally unwell. If I'm mentally unwell, it's because of her. And my medical records will attest to the fact that before Melissa Chadwick and the police came into my life, I was actually fine. So yet again, I have to talk to my doctor about the way the police are making me feel. My medical history is full of what the police have done to me. And I've not had anything to do with the police for a while. And all of a sudden, Here they are, upsetting me, affecting my mental health, making me scared to be in my own house. I'm scared to be outside the house. I'm scared something's going to happen. I'm even too scared to let my dog out the back. I'm scared something's going to happen to me. Stuff has happened to me and the police haven't done anything to help me. In fact, they ignore me, like I keep saying in the videos. Someone could be murdering me. Someone could phone up and go, she's being murdered. As soon as my name gets said, the police won't turn up until I'm definitely dead, and then they'll say I weren't murdered. That is exactly how it is. No one's helping me. They're letting Melissa Chadwick bully me yet again. She bullied me for months and months and months. She pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. I nearly had a complete and utter breakdown. I was on the verge of a breakdown. I was physically unwell. She was constantly pushing me. I weren't sleeping. I didn't know what I was doing. I was constantly stressed out. I put myself in dangerous situations because of the police and what they were putting me through. They're all to blame for this. They came along and arrested someone without ever getting anything from me. I can prove I didn't speak to them for over 30 hours. They had someone under arrest for over 30 hours. And as soon as they got me to the interview suite, they let him go because they'd got me there and they thought, oh yeah, we've definitely got to get the video. I was put in that interview really unwell, too much sun, no sleep, nothing to drink other than the vodka I was swigging whilst I was being interviewed. And it was out of order what they did. So if this carries on, the person who got arrested will get found out, will get told by my solicitor what exactly happened, because what they're doing now is wrong. They're affecting my physical and mental health. I have been told if this carries on and with how stressed out I am, I'm going to have a heart attack. So they're actually going to cause me to have a heart attack. So I am going to document it and I am going to keep posting these videos, because what they're doing is really, really wrong. They shouldn't be allowed to do this yet. They're doing it. They're letting a DC make the decision, and yet again, she's not letting anyone speak to her boss. It all has to go to her. Well, I didn't know Melissa Chadwick run the world. Apparently she runs the police based on comments she's made in the past. So I think her inspector needs to knock her down a peg or two, because she seems to think she can run the police station better than anyone else. So what they're doing is wrong. They're making me ill, and I'll scream and shout about it if I have to. I'm not putting up with this. They're affecting my mental health yet again. And by the way, I had PTSD, and it is actually the police that brought it on. Fact, it's in my medical record. And do you know what? I'm going to get my doctor to release my medical record to the bloody world. I'm going to get it put in the paper what they've actually done to me if this carries on, because what they're doing is wrong. I'm here minding my own business, get a phone call off an aggressive man demanding that I let him come round to my house. He didn't ask, he said, I'm coming round. I'm like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. I'm 13 minutes away. I'm coming to your house. No, you're not coming to my house. If you come to my house, I'm going to bloody ring the police. And I'm not getting them here either, because they'll probably break an enter just because they like to do that, don't they? And yes, I've had enough. They're stressing me out. I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating. My heart is racing non-stop, and I've been warned if this carries on, I'm going to have a heart attack. So they're causing me to have a heart attack. I am not putting up with this bullying yet again. I had this 3 years ago off Melissa Chadwick. She carried it on for 6 months. It's lucky I didn't top myself then. I'm sick of what she's doing to me. The police need to stop her from doing this to me. And I'll tell you what, she's doing this to me. She's probably doing it to other victims. I'm a victim. I'm a victim of Melissa Chadwick. She needs arresting. I'm going to get loads of civil cases going if this carries on against numerous police officers. Because the IOPC, you might as well go and set fire to yourself, because they won't take any notice. I'm going to take civil action if this carries on. I'm going to go to the papers. I've already spoken to certain people, and I can release all this information to the media without any repercussions, except for the police will probably keep pulling me in my car if I ever go out the house ever again.